All honor, praise, and glory be to YAHAWASHI. YAHAWAH, double honors to the apostles and the elders at the great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the brothers teaching the truth across the four corners of the earth, where we have been scattered to due to breaking the covenant, which is a deal made by our forefathers with the Most High God, who people ignorantly call God, right? Who has a name, and to the rest of you believers out there, you sisters, brothers, friends of the prophets, children, to you of the Israelite nation, right? Which consists of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, aka blacks, aka negroes, aka African Americans, so-called Hispanics, Latinos, latinas, Latinx, whatever, so-called Native American Indians and West Indians too. I say peace and blessings as well, right? All right, getting into it. This is something I want to cover real quick. I can't say it's nothing to do with prophecy, because it is of the Father's will, you know, on a much higher scale, and it kind of gives you some insight on why and how we know these prophecies about to go down, and we are in the times on a much deeper level. So, you know, news broke, you know, this was bound to happen. But the rapper King Von, he's dead. He just got killed, you know. He back in the spirit world, so he got his head straight. So I'm gonna try to speak on this with as much taste as possible. Now, so it's devastating news because people don't know what's going on, but they're about to learn. You know, like the scriptures say, they that uttered, erred in understanding, shall be ready to speak plainly and utter knowledge. I believe the scriptures talk about, and stuff like that, because people pretty much, I say that to say people about to find out. Now, so they say King Von is reportedly dead at the age of 26 following a shooting involving police in Georgia. So they kind of like, I got pretty much, I'm gonna pull something up real quick, but let me just go ahead and say this so this won't even be drawn out. We're in a time of just coming off this so-called holiday, right? It's whole lot day, which was Halloween, which is when the left-hand power of YAHAWAH is heightened, because it's a tons of people on earth that tap into it and channel it. And during these same times, it happen every year, right? A lot of sacrifice take place, a lot of crazy deaths, major deaths, if you will, significant deaths. They take place because the time, and we're gonna show that. Now, real quick, I just wanna make one little point real quick before we go into it. 1 second. Let me make this one little point. People about to find out everything we've been saying is true. And really, we even about to find out how much we've been saying is true. All right. So 1 second. Okay. This is Isaiah 32, and I'm gonna start at verse. Yeah, I'm gonna start at 3. And the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. The heart also of the rash shall understand knowledge. And the tongue of the stammerers shall be ready to speak plainly. Okay, because when you go into the stammerers, it just pretty much talks about stuttering, right? Now, plain meaning bring a lot of light. So the people, the minds of the rash, when you go into the word uh, rash, it means to be anxious, to hasten, make haste, to do quickly, bring hastily, right? The word here is mahar, all right? Make speed. So the heart, pretty much the diligent in a sense, shall understand knowledge, right? And the tongue of the stammerers, and the stammerers is us, the Hebrew Israelites, man. Men that appear to be not learned men, shall be ready to speak plainly, right? Everything's gonna open up. They're gonna wake up. We're gonna wake up, and we're gonna come into a time where everything's gonna be seen. Because it say in verse 5, the vile person shall no more be called liberal, nor the child said to be bountiful. Now you're gonna see, right? As the scripture saying, you're gonna see. The eyes of them that see shall not be dim. So if you see, you're gonna see a lot, because the eye you can see. Because you got light, you're enlightened. You can't see in darkness. So in order to see, you need light. But he's saying that the eyes of them that see, that do have light, it's not gonna be dim. They're gonna, pretty much see a whole lot. You see? And the ears of them shall hearken. And this is real, man. Now, let's go ahead and get into this real quick. It says, so pretty much he's reportedly been shot and killed during a shooting that involved police outside of a nightclub in downtown Atlanta. Now, that's the story they pushing, right? Now I got something real quick. Right? Now, this says Kings Von last Instagram post, armed and dangerous before death. So you got all that. Pretty much a crazy fight broke out, etc. Right? And then DJ Academics tweeted on Friday, it's with great sadness that I have to confirm that King Von has passed away. I spoke with his manager, who luckily survived being shot and is currently recovering in the hospital. However, Von manager did confirm that Von was shot and did not make it. So you got that, and they say right here, in a tragic twist of fate, King Von's final Instagram post was shared on the morning before he died. So that which was, they say, around 3 a.m. So that morning, right, before they hit the club and all that, the morning they got up to later on that night to go on and hit the club, right, or whatever, he made this post. It says, promoted the music video for his track Armed and Dangerous. He captioned, and look, they're even saying that this was crazy, that how this played out. It says Armed and Dangerous. He captioned the teaser to 2.4 million Instagram followers, Armed and Dangerous. Video drops tomorrow. Y'all want it? Now, all right. Now it says it was not released on Friday, which today, following his death, a devastating reality for his family, friends, and fans, right? So it didn't come out, which he was planning to do today. And it says, according to the Atlanta police and the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the shootout that took place at around 3 a.m. local time in downtown Atlanta involved shots fired at off-duty officers. You see that? Because it had got that crazy. So say 3 people, you know what I'm saying, was 3 people were killed during the shootout, according to Atlanta Journal. No police officers were hurt, which is crazy. While rumors indicate his brother was also killed, according to Hip Hop DS, this had not been confirmed. All right, now I want to show something real quick. Now, as I was saying, right, So a fight broke out. You can see a little bit right here, right? So they talking right now. See that? They getting into it. This is supposedly the footage from it. But I believe it was. You'll see as we go on real quick. It's only 3 minutes. We ain't gonna watch all of it either. We're just gonna hit the point because this is during the time where the demons is heavy down here, man. See? So you about to see some crazy stuff take place, man. Everything lined up. This whole purge stuff. You got, you tap into the power and you learn the Most High is truly balanced, man. He creates the good and the evil. You see what I'm saying? He controls the hearts of men. Now it went on from being a fight to watch how crazy it to play out. So as I was saying, it all lines up. You got purge, and that the main one being the election here. What's going on right in the election right now, right? And it's during the year when this tension is at an all-time high, and it done took place. Now watch this, and it done took place. Oh, let's let it play. It done took place. See, it went further right after the so-called Halloween, which is when they channel these demons and get them down here real heavy. During the holiday, the rituals really go back to Samhain. Now watch this. Look how demonic it get. See? Look how many they shoot in the car. See that? They finished. He couldn't even ride off no more. They're done. So real high level demonic activity. And the Lord, see, he sends forth his judgment. Now just watch. So like people running over. I'm guessing those the officers. They got ran over, dude gets hit. So that lines up with what they said. Now watch this. And we ain't playing detective. It's just, to make a point real quick. See that? Now, what's crazy is, now that I look at this, these men ran over. Now, they could have been with the entourage that they, those that they had got into it with, right? Or they could be those police. But ironically, say fighting right now. But ironically, I find it interesting that 2 men run up, which is the 2 so-called just in the area off duty cops. See, there go 1. There go the 2 right there. It looks like. And even some on the back of the shirt. See that? Nah, that looked like that was that some that don't add up, man. Now we ain't here to play detective real quick. I'm gonna play it one more time. But when you watch it, I gotta rewind it back. I think those men came out of nowhere. Like this is the people. Yeah, you got entourage that probably could have been, they was back or whatever. But it's just crazy how everything's just being revealed, man. That could have been the cops that did that. It could have been these niggas brought it on themselves. Not saying that. But either way, Psalms 9:16, the Lord is known, the Lord YAHAWASHI is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. See that? So they put themselves in that situation. So here go a dude that just like he just came out of nowhere. I don't think he was ever here. That just came out. So it could have been three, but the ones they actually mentioned, I think as they have it is two security guards, right? Zephaniah 3 and 5, the just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity every morning, though he bring his judgment to light. See that? He fell it not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. See, these men came out of nowhere. And they look like it's security or something on the back of they things, man. Yeah, them could have been cops that did that, man. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and go here. I'm gonna get my scriptures and close this out because it's not drawn out. Either way, the Lord's behind it, right? The Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. See that? Right? So sacrifice, right? It says some occasions for a human sacrifice found in multiple cultures on multiple continents include, look, this is crazy. Human sacrifice to accompany the dedication of a new temple or bridge, but this the point, sacrifice of people upon the death of a king. See that? High priest or great leader. The sacrifice was supposed to serve or accompany the deceased leader in the next life. Now, I say that to say it's interesting. His name is King Von, and these dudes, the left hand, they tap into numbers, names, all these different the time. They understand all these things to manifest things differently. You see, and be able to manifest accordingly because of these different things. So sacrifice of people upon the death of a king. So they probably all hell about to really break loose. Because a lot of people followed this King Von dude. You see, because they said in most cultures, the sacrifice will come when the king died of just people. You see that? And it says human sacrifice at times of natural disaster. You see, droughts, earthquakes, volcano eruptions, etc., were seen as a sign of anger or displeasure by deities, and sacrifices were supposed to lessen the divine ire. You see that? Now, we're going to bag this up real quick with one more witness. I'm in my scriptures and I'm going to close this out. So don't be surprised if all hell start breaking loose and a lot of people start getting taken out, man. A lot of people just start, something like the Boston marathon explosion, something like that. You see, don't be surprised because it's the time we in, and the elites, they understand these different things. So that could have been the cops that took him out, and he was a sacrifice. Because who follows King Von? Jake. So-called Hispanics, Native American Indians, and so-called Negroes, man. You see? In many cults, sacrifices are distinguished by frequency of performance in two types, regular and special. You see, regular sacrifices may be daily, weekly, monthly, or seasonal, as at planting or harvest. Didn't they say the dark winter is is pretty much the beginning of the end of the harvest. After the end of the harvest passed. You see, so a lot of sacrifice take place after that. And New Year, which we right here at the brink of, right? It says also often included are sacrifices made at specific times in each man's life. Now I wonder why: birth, puberty, marriage, and death, right? It says offerings made on special occasions and for special intentions. have included, for example, sacrifice in times of danger, because they trying to please the Most High. Because all of this, when you jump down, right, sickness, look, or crop failure, and those performed at the construction of the building for success in battle, look, or thanksgiving for a divine favor. So they get what they need by tapping into the left hand side. Just how Jake's supposed to get what they need by going directly to the Father, who's a right hand. His power is stronger on the right hand, right? Which is balanced. The right hand stronger than the left. You see? Now, I just want to show this real quick. It says the monthly sacrifice is conducted at the time of new and full moons. We're in the phases right now, the moon becoming new again. It says we're of cakes or cooked oblation to sundry deities. Now, we're going to jump. Look, you see? They get all this from the scriptures, man. In ancient Judaism, the regular or periodic sacrifices included the twice daily burnt offerings, the weekly Sabbath sacrifices, the monthly offering at the new moon, and the annual celebrations such as Pesach, right, the Passover, Yom Kippur, which is the Day of Atonement, Sukkot, and you got Shabbat, and you got Feast of Tabernacles. Now they get all this from here. So I say all this just to say, what's getting ready to happen and what's being prophesied is 100% real. The Lord is about to be a lot of major death, man. Now we not worrying about how they gonna die. This is just to show and double down, like, man, this is real. You know, the Lord is everything He said is true, man. You know, everything. You see, everything, man. His new album came out. Now so it's just interesting. So those demons, they hopped on these people, man. That was like crazy, but jumping down to the point, this is Jeremiah 25 and I'm gonna start at 29. For lo, I begin to bring evil on the city which is called by my name, and should ye be utterly unpunished, ye shall not be unpunished. For I will call a sword upon all the inhabitants of the earth, saith the Lord, YAHAWAH Bashmiel Shah of hosts. So we in that time, man. That's why everybody's strapping up. People about to go crazy out here, man. So we just locking into our power, man. It says, therefore prophesy thou against them all these words. Right? It ain't just about the debate. This is a part of it, man. We'll show you. It says, and the prophecy is the Lord's will. We're declaring the Lord's will right now. It says, and say unto them, the Lord YAHAWAH shall roar from on high and utter his voice. So all the massacres you probably finna see, hear about taking place, different celebrities dropping dead, all type of tragedies or whatever you want to call it, that's the Lord roaring on high, man. It says, and utter his voice from his holy habitation, you see? And that's the men bringing it out. And he shall mightily roar upon his habitation. He shall give a shout as they that tread the grapes against all the inhabitants of the earth. It's going to be clear through the events that take place. The Lord is speaking. It says, a noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, for the Lord YAHAWAH shall have a controversy with the nations, and that's ultimately the nuclear fire hitting this place, the most catastrophic event that has never took place, right? It says he will plead with all flesh. You see, he will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith the Lord. You see that? And that's how it's going to be. Thus saith the Lord YAHAWAH, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth, and the slain of the Lord YAHAWAH shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other. A lot of death about to take place and increase over time. You see what I'm saying? They shall not be lamented, neither be gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the grounds. And that's a whole nother level of it. And I got one more scripture. This is Psalms 103. and 20. Bless the Lord, YAHAWASHI, ye his angels, that excel in strength, that do his commandments. You see that? So these people tap into the left-hand power by just worshiping spiritual deities, which is just the left-hand angels, right? Who people call demons, they worship the demons, right? And to get the demons to give them what they want. And the Lord vetoes it. See? They give it to him, but the Lord vetoes it because that's his commandment he gives them. It says, hearkening unto the voice of his word. You see that? Because it's going to bring the balance he needs down here in the prophecies forth. So bless the Lord, ye his angels that excel in strength, that do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of his word. So if these people making these requests, they probably want 2/3 of Jake Smoke, all their prayers together or something like that, right? Well, that's going to get vetoed because that's prophecy. You see what I'm saying? Bless ye the Lord. The Lord can veto that because that's a part of prophecy. You see? It says, bless ye the Lord, all ye his hosts, ye ministers of his that do his pleasure. But really, that's how it goes, man. So that's how they getting away with these things. So Lord willing, this has been edifying, man. We give our honor, praise, and glory to YAHAWASHI, Shalom.